NBA Straya, how are you going? Hey, again. You're right. You should be. You're probably still doing better than me. No basketball. No basketball today. Makes up. Sat Jim. That's right. This is NBA Straya. It's Friday, November 28, which means it's Thursday, November 27 in the States. Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans out there. I'm your host, James Clements, here at Larry Armour Studios. And as I mentioned, no games today. Aww, what have you been doing, Jim? I've been watching football with my youngest Squid because he's homesick. I've been sick all week. He now is sick. The oldest one was sick last week. It's just a thing. And old mate is just counting down the days of like, oh God, here we go. Anyway, so what are you going to do on the show today, Jim? Well, try not to lose my voice. We've gotten back to an okay point where it doesn't sound too bad. Still pretty nasally, but we'll deal with that. I wanted to cover off the 5 biggest stories in my brain so far this season. Right? None of that nerd shit. There's plenty of nerd shit out there. You can listen to the nerds do the nerd shit. I'm doing the gym shit, I guess. Which means what really just rattles around in my old bonce every time I'm watching basketball this year. And these are the 5 things that stand out the most. To be honest, that's every NBA Straya as well, but I don't know, whatever. This is a bit special. It's a Friday edition. We've got the Week 6 power rankings as well. And with a huge NBA Cup Saturday tomorrow, you need me to set it up for you, don't you? Kind of? Maybe? I don't know. I just want to talk it out because it's kind of fun. I've also got a couple of fixes that I want to throw in there, but because nothing's really settled in the NBA Cup, right? This is the last day of the group play because they've done such a great bang-up job that everyone's like, wow, I can't believe it's only the last group play day. Anyway, see what I'm saying? So I'm going to set all that up for you, and that'll be it because there's no games today. So we'll do a couple of yeah-nahs and unpopular opinion of the day, Outback Takehouse, set you up for the NBA Cup, and get the bloody hell out of here. Smash some tins because it is Friday. TGIF. Am I right? So, without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1325. It's the Dyslexics 12345. 1,325 episodes of NBA Straya. Let's go! We're all faking the fence.
This is Josh Giddey.
G'day, this is Andrew Gaze.
This is Jack White.
This is Joe Ingles.
This is Dyson Daniels.
This is Chris Anstey.
This is Matthew Delvedova.
This is Shane Hill.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Australia.
And you're listening and watching NBA Straya.
This is NBA Australia. Let's do it.
Watch out for the shark attack.
Oh, you better. I mean, you better watch out for the random daycare sicknesses that Polak's a grown man, obviously. That's what happens. You better watch out for me on the streets of Ballarat this weekend as well. I'll tell you what, up there for my youngest brother's engagement party. I am thirsty for a bunch of tins. Haven't been drinking since, last weekend where I was at a million gigs. Gotten over the sickness for the most part, and I'm like, whoa, I could go a beer. Tell you what. Anyway, hey, let's get into today's show the way we start every show here at NBA Show with the Daily. Oh, that's right, the rich get richer. You better watch out for the attack of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are already 18-1, and now get bloody Jalen Williams back. Jesus. So he missed the first 19 games of the season, so he misses out on this is the crazy thing, how this works out for the Oklahoma City Thunder as well. They're already 18-1. They don't really need him. And because he's missed 19 games already, he can't hit the threshold of games played, all NBA, postseason honors, all that sort of stuff that could boost him up to that super duper max tier of contract. So 287 mil as opposed to the 239. That's a big difference for a Thunder team that's trying to build for longevity to suddenly have almost 50 million bucks knocked off their ledger. That's a thumbs up. Anyway, but J-Dub, he's obviously been out since wrist surgery in the offseason, so he comes back. Be interested to see how they sort of just slow roll his return, right? Wrists are weird, bit interesting. Hopefully he'll be okay. And it's just, they're just getting one of the best players, 20 best players in the NBA back, and they're already 18-1. This is just, it's ridiculous. There's no other way to put it, I'll tell you that much. It's horrible. That's what it is.
This is horrible. There's no other way to put it.
It's just crazy. I don't know how much more of this I can take.
I don't
know how much more of this I can take.
Anyway, and Steph Curry is out for at least a week with a quad contusion. So it looked pretty bad yesterday if you're watching that game. What was that? Rockets Warriors. Really fun game. Meth Curry going off his head. That was hella fun. But Steph got this big knock in the last minute. Looked like sort of knee-on-knee action. So his quad looks a bit banged up. He'll sit. That sucks. The Warriors. I mean, I was yelling about this going into the season. Right? I didn't trust it. They're old. They come out like fucking the Clappers. They look awesome. I feel like an idiot. And then, now they're like 10-10. So I'm like, I don't know. I think I might have been a bit bang on about this, you mate, Jim. They're 10-10. 6-2 at home, 4-8 on the road. Yeesh. Jimmy Butler's like, hey, no one's boxing out. No one's playing defense. None of us know what to do. And everyone's like, yeah, we're all trying to find the guy who did this. Jimmy Butler. Anyway. Hey, that's kind of all the news. Like, the NBA doing the NBA Cup bookend across Thanksgiving is pretty smart, right? Like, you're not going to get any ratings against the NFL for their big blockbuster 3-game, Thanksgiving Day slate. So try to make it a big thing either side, I guess. Sure. It's a bit weird, but I'm kind of here for it. The biggest problem is, like, the NBA Cup, it feels like we've only just sort of dipped our toes and then it's just done again. So I'll talk about that later in, I think, Unpopular Opinion. No, Outback Takehouse. So that'll be good. Hey, no games to wrap today. So I wanted to do the 5 biggest stories that sort of are just percolating in my brain almost all the time. Jim, do you always think about this? Yes, I'll be like sitting there, like the squids will be rabbiting on, and I'll just be like looking off in the distance going, can you believe that Oklahoma City are 18-1 with a record-setting point differential? And the squid will be like, Dad, where's this guy from Star Wars from? And I'm like, well, probably my Gito. And he's like, what? I'm just making it up. Hey, anyway, that's number 1. Dominant OKC. OKC are so dominant, it's kind of ridiculous. And as I keep banging on about, right, it's because no one's afraid of them, because no one really cares about them, because they're from some podunk-ass little town that isn't Seattle, so they can go fuck themselves, right? Oklahoma City stealing the storied Seattle Supersonics franchise should still be a bigger fucking story. Now they're turning into this huge fucking juggernaut. It shits me no end. And also, they're 8-1 because no one's afraid of them, because no one really cares. No one thinks about them because they're Oklahoma City. This tiny little pissant fucking town, right? So, they're just waxing teams. A point differential of plus 16.5. They're only the 5th team ever to start a season 18-1. That's pretty fucking good. That point differential is the best in NBA history through a 19-game start ever. So yes, they are historically fucking great. And it annoys me no end because they're just like, the fact that SGA's Canadian is the most perfect fucking summation of this team ever, right? It's like, who's up there above the US? Oh, that's right, Canada. It's like everyone's nice and polite. There's like a weird undercurrent of just oddness, but that's America. Like our Kiwis, that's what Canada is to the USA. You just go, yeah, you guys seem okay. Something weird about you. I can't put my finger on it. Got a strange accent. I don't know. Good times. Look, I've worked with so many Kiwis and there's all of them. They'll just say something weird just once and you're like, aha, I remember Kiwi. Without fail. Like, seriously. I love it. I don't know what it is as well. Like, obviously, Australia, we have our, trans-Tasman vibe with the Kiwis. But every fucking designer I think I've ever worked with was a Kiwi. And I worked with a lot of them over the years, running magazines and whatnot. Anyway, OKC's offense is the 4th best offensive rating in the NBA right now. Which is crazy because their best player doesn't play fourth quarters. And they're playing bench units more than anybody. And their defense is a horrifyingly massive amount better than everybody else. Their defensive rating is 102.9, which is terrifying 20 games into a season. Because the next best team is 110.2. That is such a fucking huge gap that I think from second all the way down to like 22nd, That's the same gap between 1 and 2. 2 through 22. That's fucked. Oklahoma City, yes, they're good. Yes, they're dominant. And yes, no one cares. That's one of the biggest stories. It's so fucking strange. You know what? If they were in Seattle, people would fucking care. This is why I don't put fucking teams in bullshit, out of the way, tiny fucking media markets. Oh, it doesn't matter where teams are. It does a little bit, right? There's like a parity when it comes to NFL teams where we all know who the big ones are, but there is still tiers, right? When Carolina are awesome, cool. Charlotte's a pretty fucking big city. But like when Pittsburgh's good, they've got this storied fucking history. Green Bay, same sort of shit. But then you just have like the weird ones, right? Arizona, stuff like that. Just weird fucking like, who cares about this team really teams? OKC, God bless their cotton socks. They're built the right way. Doesn't make them interesting. They are historically incredible though. As I said yesterday, they might go 81-1. No one will care. Number 2 is obviously fucking injuries. Injuries suck. Oh, can we turn off injuries? No, because it's how this fucking thing is. Can we at least mitigate injuries by trying to space out some of the games? Also no, apparently, because the NBA has to make all of the money all of the fucking time without any scant regard to the pace and physicality with which the game is now fucking played at, because that'd just make too much sense. And these motherfuckers don't want to make any less money because they're a pack of fucking rich assholes, right? That's how these things work. So it's chaos. And the NBA will continue to gaslight everybody, go, oh, our data says injuries aren't on the rise at all. It's like, that is fucking bullshit, A. How about a couple of catastrophic injuries to like some of your best players? I read out that list the other day. So even the list of players who were hurt and have come back now is pretty extensive. Kawhi, Zion, Dylan Harper, Jaden Harvey, Keegan Murray, Brandon Miller, Tyler Hero, Kobe White. Like, those are the ones that are back. How about the ones that are either on their way back, aren't back, still injured, whatever? Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now questionable for that Knicks game tomorrow. That's pretty fun. Wemby. That's not good. Face of the fucking league. He's pinged a calf a little bit. We'll rest him for 2 weeks. Oh, the players aren't playing too much, says the NBA, running the league where the players have to play too much. Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid, Domantas Sabonis, the Souvlaki King, Trae Young, the one with the hair, Ja Morant, bang, bang, J-Dub, he's back at least, Paolo Banchero, Darius Garland, he was out, then he came back, now he's out again, Jalen Green, Cam Thomas, OG Anunoby, Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Stephon Castle, Aaron Naismith, Kelly Oubre, Jordan Poole, Derek Lively, Jrue Holiday, Scoot Henderson, RJ Barrett, Johnny Cumbucket, Kuminga. How about the ones that are out for the rest of the season already? Walker Kessler, Brad Beal, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyrie Irving maybe, Dame Lillard, Fred VanVleet, DeJounte Murray, and who knows what the fuck else is going to happen from here. But the NBA's like, nah, man, we couldn't fucking shorten the season. You wouldn't want to fucking shorten the season, bro. Just imagine these players being healthier and the game's meaning more. Who'd want that? Fucking everybody, idiots. Oh, but nah, like if I keep 4 more home games, do you know how much more money I make? Who fucking cares? Money's money, dipshit. Right? Just fucking settle down. Reduce the fucking schedule. We've already explained this. Like, use your NBA Cup better. Every team plays every team twice. Everyone in their division, they play them 3 or 4 times. Get it down to 74 fucking games. No back-to-backs. Boom. Bob's your uncle. I'm an ideas man. Hire me, Adam Silver, as your vice president of common fucking sense. The injuries thing just hangs over everything. If you are on fantasy, super coach, whatever the fuck, it is chaos this year. I've got one in quite a large money league, and I'm like, I had almost my entire fucking lineup out injured the other day. I think I had 2 dudes healthy in my entire fucking roster. It was chaos. It's all a bunch of bullshit, and the NBA gaslighting people go, nah, that's fine. What are you talking about? It's not more than usual. It's like bull fucking shit. Anyway, are there weird fixes? I don't know, man. I'm no medical doctor. not anymore. And there's a lot of this does come down to they specialize in stuff. They play too much basketball growing up. They don't play football and baseball and shit like they used to. Yeah, cool. Also, it might be the fucking frenetic pace with which we're playing, the stopping, the popping, fucking non-stop. Look, and listening to old heads complain about this shit as well. Oh, man, back in my day, it used to be so much tougher. Yeah, because none of you pricks played fucking defense. No, we were decking motherfuckers when they came down the lane. Every possession, were you? Just watch a single fucking lick of basketball. I beg you. From the 80s, from the 90s. Watch the defense when it's not the fucking playoffs. Dude, chaos. Whereas you watch it like a couple of possessions now and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm puffed out watching. Might say a bit more about me than them, but still. Number 3, offense is awesome. Offense is up across the board this year, which is very fun. Seriously. Why is that, Jim? Well, it's a kind of a weird one, right? So if you look at like, I don't know, we've got a higher pace per game already this year. It's already over 100, which is pretty fucking, that's the estimation of possessions per like 48 minutes. So that's a lot. That's already up like 2 over like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and up on last year. Free throws are up. Points per game are up like 3 per game on average, which is crazy. We're averaging 116.8 points a game so far this season, which is fucking nuts. You go back literally to 2013-14. It was 101. Before that, it wasn't even 100. That's fucking crazy. So in 10 years, we've jumped fucking 17 points a game. The pace is like launched through the fucking stratosphere. And people are, they don't play defense anymore. That is fucking a crock of shit, right? The defenses are smarter and faster and bigger than ever. Just watch a fucking game. It's like, yeah, we've got this mix of free throws, threes. We've basically gotten to this point where the expected points per possession, depending on your shot profile, is being maxed almost to a pretty terrifying degree. But it's also, there's been a shit ton more free throws this season. Like, it's jumped up almost 4 per fucking game, which is nuts, right? So that's cool. It's all pretty rad. The most interesting part of this is how fucking varied all of these teams have been. And I think this has been my favorite thing so far this season. Watching all the games like I fucking do, you sort of go, I love identities, right? Team identities, personalities of players, whatever. It's how my brain just goes, I know how to fucking figure this out if I ascribe my vibe of this on that team. And there's so many different types of fucking team personalities out there this year and identities. It rocks. Detroit is a fucking perfect example. There's hard-nosed fucking grinds you into the ground, but we can still score. We're going to doodle drop 40 on your head as soon as blink. Like, that is an awesome... Like, hey, Houston, look at that fucking team. Here are 5 dudes who are fucking massive. Or, here's 4 dudes who are fucking massive and Reed Shepherd, who we're going to call Meth Curry. And you're like, this is awesome. Even someone as weird and janky as Portland versus, like, I don't know, someone as chaotic and fucking frenetic as Charlotte. Like, these sorts of things. Toronto, just look at them. They're crazy big, crazy weird. Brandon Ingram can do his fucking thing. Hit game winners over the top of fucking Siakam the other day. Crazy shit. Like, it's really fun. The big problem is, like, the shit teams are fucking pretty shit and don't have any of these identities, and their identity is, we're shit at basketball. The Nets. Pour one out for Jordi Fernandez. But anyway, so just remember the next time some dummy's like, although they all play the same way. They shoot too many threes. Just fucking hit him in the head for your mate Jim, would ya? Go, shut up, fuckwit. You're clearly not watching and you don't care. Shush. Just fucking shush. If you're going to bitch and moan, do it somewhere else. Because I don't care. This basketball at the moment is fucking chaos and it's kind of awesome. So everybody shush with your fucking whinging about like, oh, they shoot too many threes. It's not that physical. They don't even play defense. Shut the fuck up. Number 4, Luka, Reeves, and old man LeBron. It's working. So this is a pretty big story because, look, going into the season, LeBron's fucking doing his usual fucking teenage girl bullshit. Oh, I don't even know if I want to be a Laker anymore. Right? I don't know if we're on the same timeline. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're a grown-ass man. Go back to 20-minute Taco Tuesdays. Come on. Fucking, you've just realized you don't run shit anymore because you're fucking my age. And you're just like, wait a minute. I have to deal with my lowering influence in this organization. Maybe I should go somewhere else. Just fucking say it. Don't couch in these bullshit fucking terms. Hide behind like these sort of mirage-y statements by your fucking agent that are floated out behind the scenes. Fucking grow a pair. Nut up. Fucking drink a fucking cup of concrete. Get out there with Luka and Reeves and kick some ass. And that's kind of what LeBron's doing. And it shits me. Because they're looking awesome. Like, defensively, you'll probably still be able to fuck him up when it, like, the rubber really hits the road. LeBron's not trying to get everybody traded yet. And the cool thing about having a Luka is that you can just tell him to get fucked, right? That's kind of awesome. Like, Rob Pelinka's like, this fucking rocks. I don't have those dumb shit fucking bus idiot sons floating around telling me shit. I've got a fucking smart owner. I don't have to listen to LeBron. There's fucking rules. Rob Pelinka's got the best job in the world right now. That's awesome. So the thing is, all the little bits and bobs around them, like Marcus Smart, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura, like there's just enough there of semi-decent NBA basketball players that you can see how it can work in the hands of like Luka, LeBron, and Reeves. And having those three ball handlers is such a fucking crazy release valve on every possession, whether there's two of them out there, three of them out there, whatever the fuck. It makes the other one's life that much easier. And that's kind of the thing that just you don't think about so much when you're not watching it all the fucking time. And then you watch it all the time, you're like, oh, he's got more space because that dude's over there, this dude's over here, and they can just do the fucking handoff if shit gets weird and the other guy's got a better matchup. It's really kind of fun. The Snowtime Lakers are kind of fun. Shits me up the wall. And then the other one is, I think we talked this one out the other day as a but I am absolutely delighted by how fucking, like, this is kind of like a Detroit piece, but also an Eastern Conference is now the Beastin' Conference story, right? Because we talked about this, how the creamy middle of the East has so much more going on in it versus like the West. The West has got the three best teams kind of at the moment in kind of measure, like OKC, Denver, Houston. We'll do power rankings in a second, but everything else in the West is a bit fucking weird and janky. Like, obviously the Lakers are really fucking good. They're the 2 seed right now. They're 13-4. Denver's 13-4. Houston 12-4. Spurs without Wemby still being 12-5 is fucking terrifying. But still, there's just like a bunch of like other teams in there just scrapping, and like I think you'll just sort of see them just killing each other throughout the season. Whereas the East, it's like Detroit, Toronto, and then fucking a dogfight all the way down to 11, which is crazy. And it feels like each of those teams is just each and every single night. You don't know who the fuck could beat the other one. And that's why doing power rankings the way we do them on the show. So I do the power rankings like the little shorts. They're a little bit different to the show power rankings. The show power rankings, like this team could beat, like the team that is at this point would beat the next team down and the teams below it. Give it, any fucking night. And the East has been really, really fun for the simple fact, like, injuries have kind of brought everyone back to the pack. Like, as shitty as that is, right? Like, India 2-16 at the very bottom of the conference. No Halliburton. They probably would have been a bit fucked anyway without Miles Turner, it looks like, but still, even someone like Charlotte, 4-14 Charlotte, their games don't suck. They got fucking waxed the other day. They've lost 7 on the trot. But I will still tune in to watch a Charlotte game. But everything else is just so up for grabs. I fucking love it. And Detroit have been the team that have grabbed it by the fucking scruff of the neck and gone, we've got an identity. We know what we're doing. Even with injuries, we've been able to fucking weather this and we know what to do, right? Every time we're on the court, we've got a leader. We've got a couple of tough guys. We've got some shit to us. That is such a fucking cool basketball team. I love I'm going to have to go fucking find my Stuckey jersey and chuck it on the wall. What do you reckon? Love me some Rodney Stuckey. But I think it's super deep. Detroit, they might drop off, right? To a degree. but they've got at least a baseline of competency where they're 15-3 and they're going to be fucking good. Can they win the title? We'll get to that in some year nows, but still. But you look at the likes of Miami, the Knicks, Orlando, Boston, like even Chicago and the Sixers and stuff. A couple of these teams that maybe streaked out a little bit early, off we go. But Atlanta, these sorts of teams, I haven't even mentioned fucking Cleveland. It's all on for young and old. And that rules, right? Because for so long, the East has just been such a whipping boy, shitty conference, whatever. The West has been the big fucking tough one. Now the East rocks. All right, let's do some yeah nahs right after this.
This is Cam Glidden.
This is Anthony Drimmick.
This is Mitch McCarron.
This is Jason Kadee.
This is Daryl McDonald.
Hey guys, this is Hugh Greenwood.
Yo, what's going on? This is Illy.
This is Mark Worthington, or commonly known as Wortho, and you're listening to NBA Straya.
You listen to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA
And you're
Australia.
listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
And you're listening to NBA Straya.
You're listening to NBA Straya.
All right, let's do some yeah nahs. They're brought to you by you. That's right. You can shout us a coffee, shout us a beer. You can join up to the membership as well for NBA Australia. It's basically our version of a Patreon, right? Which is you can shout us a coffee. It's at Buy Me a Coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/NBA Australia. The link is in our socials. It's in the social bios, etc., or in the show description in your podcast app, YouTube, whatever. Just jump on it, check it out. If you want to support the show, you can do so right there. If you know any other companies as well, hey, here's a pitch. There you go. If you know any other companies, whatever, businesses, etc., want to advertise on the show, just shout them out. Say good day. Send them Jim's way. I've got very good rates. Just saying. Yeah, got to make a little bit of beer money so old mate doesn't, give me one in the neck and just throw me out in the dump. Anyway, there you go. Get us a tin or a beer if you want. Buymeacoffee.com/NBA Straya. Right, some yeah nahs, and then we'll do some power rankings. Jez Oz, hey buddy. Hope you're on the mend. Got a couple of yeah nahs for you. I am on the mend. My voice keeps wanting to give out, but yeah, so see how we go through the power rankings. Jesus. Right, a couple of yeah nahs. Number one, is Con Knipple balling out for the Hornets going to be a setback for our man Josh Green when he returns to the lineup? Yeah, nah, yes. It was already sort of on the cards for Greeny, but I think coming off the bench as a defensive specialist kind of will help that Hornets team. And probably actually, across the board, they might try to figure out having that prick Miles Bridges on the team, is it worth it or not? Being able to swing Connie Nips left, right, and center. Not bad. Or have Greeny come off the bench. Look, it's sort of, they need a lick more defense, obviously, right? You've got this weird combination of like LaMelo, Connie Nips, Spindles Miller, Bridges, and whichever big they're going to roll out there. Kalkbrenner twisting his ankle sucked the other day, but Charlotte just need a hint of defense just every so often. Greeny probably gives it to them. It's probably more valuable as a starter, right? Like next to LaMelo. If you have Connie Nips at the 3, as the sort of do everything Swiss Army knife, Spindles Miller at the 4, and then you're big. So Miles Bridges, maybe I feel like he should be the dude coming off the bench because he's a piece of shit, and B, like he's a little bit more expendable, and like I think his role is a little bit more like redundant with Miller and Nips over there. So just saying, I reckon he should start. And they should relegate Bridges to the bench. Next one is it funny, sad, weird, / all of the above that Rusty Westbrook is the best player on the Kings? Yeah, nah. Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. Like, how 18-year Russell Westbrook is suddenly your best fucking player? DeRozan, Levine, it's not a giant surprise because they're such fucking just like, hey, I'm really good at basketball. Have you ever won anything? No. Oh, interesting, really. Yeah. Russell Westbrook's the king of that, right? So it kind of makes sense. This is the hierarchy. It's like, do you know how fucking good I was and never won shit? That's Russell Westbrook. And then it's like Levine and DeRozan sort of sitting at his knees going, no, Mr. Westbrook, tell us more. Even though DeRozan's like almost his fucking age, but still, I love that. I love that Rusty Westbrook came in there and went, right, this is my team now. Everyone's like, okay, Just speaks to how much of a shit show that Kings organization is. He also adds, seriously need to have a beer soon. That is a promise from me to you as well, Jez, that we shall. We were going to actually, it would have happened this weekend because Area 7 are playing down in Cheltenham at this awesome brewery show with Dallas Crane, actually, my mate Dave Larkin. So I would have gone down to there, but I've got my brother's engagement party up in Ballarat. So have to leave the squids with their grandparents in Melbourne, and old mate and I get to fuck off to Ballarat and sink some tins. Thumbs up. Don't mind that. Danny D. Don't mind this was as well. Look, he actually hit on the... I know Sleepy Eyes is a dick for throwing the water and hitting a stadium star for a few weeks back. But yeah, nah, he deserved a mention on your rap video for hitting the game winner over former rap, Sikkim Siakam, no less. Yeah, nah, yeah, look. Fuck Brandon Spindles Ingram. Oh, fucking Sleepy Eyes for that dipshitted fucking... water bottle throw, cracking the sads and being a fucking dickhole about it. He did hit a pretty fucking sick shot to win that, help win that indie game. So yeah, I'll pay. He's been awesome. Ingram, like, as part of that larger 5 awesome stories, like the East having Detroit and Toronto. Now, some would point out that Jim was on top of Toronto preseason about being a bit of a bolter. Some could point that out. I wouldn't. Because I'm not like, you know, the type to toot my own horn or anything. That's a lie. But still, the raps are awesome. He was the sort of... Brandon Ingram at his best is a worthwhile basketball player. He's really good for your team. Literally, not at his best, he's a fucking black hole of shit. So that's the thing. Like, it's a tightrope you got to walk. You got to keep him happy. You got to keep this all pointing in the right direction. You'll be fine. So I love this for the Raps at the moment. 14-5 is absolutely fucking off its head. He also adds, are Raps a chance to win the East? I still think, nah, probably Knicks or Cavs still, but Raps and Detroit are definitely putting their best foot forward early. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I mean, I think they are still a bit of a chance to stick up there. They've won 9 fucking straight games, right? Like, you don't do that by accident. It's the same thing with Detroit. The thing is, the Raps took care of like a Cavs team that didn't have anybody. There are other games in this 9-game win streak. It's been the Pacers, no Cavs, Nets, Wizards, Sixers, Pacers, Hornets. They did beat the Cavs though in Cleveland. That was pretty good. And the Nets. So 2 Cavs wins where they've clearly just got the wood over the Cavs and a lot of other sort of shit teams. But I don't know. I sort of think that their formula of have all big dudes who are good at stuff for the most part then is pretty smart. And Scotty Barnes has been really, really good. Spindles Ingram has been really good. Keep that up. Fucking yeah, you could be in the top 2. Like, they're really, really good. I love that for Toronto. I think they're a fun, weird team. Like, there's just a little bit of shit to them. They're a lot fun. I like it a lot. They're 7-2 at home, 7-3 away. Bloody good. All right, let's do an unpopular opinion of the day. It's our Week 6 Power Rankings.
Now look at me, please. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me, look at me, look at me. Week 6 Power Rankings, your beauty. Let's start at the bottom with the Brooklyn Nets. They are so bad. So bad. They've only lost 2 in a row, Jim. Yeah. Look, Brooklyn will have these games where Michael Porter Jr. makes sure that they're not absolutely bin fire horrible. But across the board, like, they're just one of the more unwatchable of the shit teams as well. Because, like, there's, at least with the other teams, Washington, Indy, New Orleans, even the Mavs and the Kings, right? The really shit ones. Like, there's some stuff going on. The Nets rookies, like Drake Powell's just showing a little bit. Yegor Damon looks pretty okay here and there. And that's kind of about it. Like, there's not anything really compelling about them, and they suck. So that's a pretty bad mix, right? Washington at 29, right? So this is all the fucking, what did I say? The shithouse tier. If a fucking, one of those bins at a dog park was on fire. So it's not only just a bin, but it's a bin full of dog shit that's on fire. That's a bad scene. Washington, but at least they've got some fun young dudes. They lost 14 fucking games straight, right? But they've got some interesting dudes like Saar and co. And then CJ McCollum can drop 46 on your head and hit 10 threes, and it's kind of fun. right? So there's this weird push and pull with the Wizards. And it feels like if they had a better coach, just saying, Brian Keefe, what's going on? They could sort of get this mixture poured in the right direction. It'll probably get there this season. It's just been pretty rough, obviously, in the early part of the season because they're 2-15. So, but I don't know. Like, there's games where you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't need to, and you can almost tell straight away, right? It's like, yeah, I don't need to watch that one. And then they'll have their games where they wear those weird throwback gold uniforms. And you're like, all right, that's still shit, but I'll give it a look. 28, New Orleans. I didn't want them there, but they are still there because Zion came back. Fears is pretty crazy. Derek Queen's got a lot of shit to him. James Borrego takes over from Willie Green. And they still just kind of look fucking shithouse. Like, they got a point differential of -11. They're 3-16. They're just... How they didn't beat Memphis the other day, really, that put them back in the shit list on this power rankings for me. Because Memphis, like, that's a team, if you're half decent-ish and you're at home, you should probably still beat them, New Orleans. And they didn't. So, Zion, I fucking... From day one, his game is just like his diet. Empty calories. There's just no fucking actual real winning grit, fuck you, heart determination to it. He's got that big fucking stupid grin on his face the entire time too. Just build around Derek Queen. I love him. He's awesome. 27, Charlotte. 7-game losing streak. Usually they'd be a little bit higher just because they're kind of fun to watch. Yeah, LaMelo, I don't know, man. The fun reports about him wanting out of there and then him being like, nah, that's bullshit. It is nothing funnier than that we're all trying to find the guy who did this. LaMelo, he's like, wow, we've got no accountability, no maturity. And it's like, yes, because of you, you fucking idiot. Charlotte, though, look, at least their games are fun. The uniforms are crazy fun, but wow. Game on game, it's hard to see them. I feel like they could beat the 3 teams below them. Everything else above them at the moment would be a bit of a fucking struggle. But if you just give this team, now that Brandon Miller is back, give them 2 weeks. I want to see how they look, right? Because as I said, the Josh Green sort of situation, without him there, not playing any defense, if they can just go, fuck it, we're going to blow the doors off everybody, just have at it. But be more fun, Charlotte. Jesus. Next up, at 26, we have the Utah Jazz. It's a soft J. They've lost 4 on the trot. They've got a -7.5 point differential. 2-8 in their last 10, and it just feels like it's getting a bit staggery, right? No Kessler, and suddenly it's just getting a bit fucking janky. Lowry, Keontae George, cool stories. Everything else is just a bit of a fucking punish. Ace Bailey's coming on a little bit. They could probably turn a little bit of a corner too, but woof. Their games are... Some of them just get really out of control. The LA Clippers in the just fucking bad tier because they're just fucking bad. This Clippers team sucks. 5-13, -6 point differential. Kawhi. He came back and they still got their ass beat by the Lakers like a Cherokee drum. Right? It was just fucking crazy. Again, preseason, I'm like, they're too old. They're shit. Don't rely on Brad Beal. Boom. Smash cut to 5-13. That's crazy. You're crazy, man. Clippers stink. Harden, he's still playing okay, I guess, for a minute, but how long do you reckon that's going to last? Can he stick with it? I don't know. 24, Sacramento, because they got a couple of crazy fucking wins. And then a tough loss, but still, like what, beating Denver? Like, that was awesome. And just stupid. Because that's what the Kings do, right? But then beating the Wolves was hilarious. They got waxed by the Suns yesterday, but still. The Kings are shit. Don't get it twisted. 5-14, -11.5 point differential. They suck. But they've got professional basketball players. It should not be this bad. But it is. Fire Doug Christie. 24. 23, the Indiana Pacers getting healthier. Still no Naismith. So they had Naismith back for a bit, and then they lose him to that knee injury. But Benny Mathurin, in and out. Nemhard back, can't hit a shot. Miles Turner. But as long as they're getting healthier, and Furphy might be back soon as well, who knows? I feel like it can be like the pathway up from 2-16 is like steep. They'll just be in all these games though, right? Like I don't feel like they won't get as blown out as much. They won't be quite as shit as they've been. So I've got them at 23. They've already shown some signs of that lately as well in the last week or so. They only just lost to the Raptors. Crazy game, as I said. The Siakam versus Brandon Ingram spot. They only just lost to the Pistons. They put up a fight against the Cavs. They beat the Hornets, right? So don't mind Indy at 23. 22, Dallas. This is like the injury suck tier, right? And Indy's in it as well. Because they're just so fucking injured. It's kind of brutal. Dallas at 22. It's so hard to get a grasp of this team. But at the same time, it's like you sign D'Lo. You get everything that you fucking deserve when you sign D'Lo. But Lively going back out for another 3 games. No Anthony Davis just yet, but he is apparently on the return. We'll see what happens. But they're pretty fucking bad. 22. 21 is Memphis. Same sort of vibe. No Ja Morant. Until he comes back, it's really hard to judge what the fuck's going on here. Vince Williams keeps diming it like it's going out of business. But the rest of that team is still not that good. Edie is pretty fun. Jock's ballin'. But then, without Ja, with Triple J getting another 5 rebounds every game, you're just like, come on, man. Edie, Ja, Triple J, Jalen Wells, like, Ty Jerome's out for another couple of months. Like, it just, I want to see them out there. I want to see them play together. It's just going to be a tough one. So they're 21st. Injury suck. 20, so do Milwaukee, like the worst team in the NBA without Giannis. They do fight a bit, but they're still just a bit shit. Giannis, he's already questionable for tomorrow's game. If he comes back, boom, they're feeling a lot better. But Milwaukee, look, Ryan Rollins is a find. That's awesome. Good on him. Miles Turner fits perfectly next to Giannis. They just need Giannis. So, yeah. 19, that's Portland. It's a bit of a rough spot. And so these next 3 teams are the what the fuck teams, right, basically. Because every game, like they'll blow stupid games where you're like, how'd you lose that one, right? And it sort of just keeps happening. Portland sort of have these games where you're like, you probably should win that. What are you doing? And they're like, yeah, sorry, Jim. We couldn't beat the Spurs without Wemby. And you're like, why? They waxed the Bucks. They beat the Warriors. They lost 4 straight prior to that. It was crazy. They're a weird team. Denny Utemuster, Avdia, is just off his head, though. He's so fucking good. They're 8-11, this Portland team. Stop losing shit games. Stop losing shit games. Like, if they have Jrue Holiday, it fixes so many fucking things, but at the same time, Jrue Holiday is older than fuck. So what do you expect? So hopefully he comes back soon. What is the latest on him? He reevaluated in 1 to 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's a bit of a rough one. We have then 18 Atlanta. Yeah. They're just Jalen Johnson. If he's good, they've got a chance. If Dyson Daniels gets a steal, they've got a chance. But Atlanta, it's just so up and down that it's wildly infuriating. Because, of course, they were going to be the team that crapped the bed and lost to the Wizards to break that 14-game losing streak. So, I don't know. They're just a weird team. They're beating the shit ones like the Hornets and the Pelicans, but to not beat the Wizards, Atlanta can't be any higher than 18. But they do look very interesting without Trae Young, right? So maybe Trae is the guy that you go, what can we turn this into that makes us feel a bit better building around Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, Zinger, Nor. 17 is Minnesota. Jeez, Jim, that's harsh. Is it? Is it? Captain Child Support might be just a bit shithouse. Like, I don't know. He had an awesome game the other night, right? Against the Thunder. Did Ant-Man. Sort of got into a battle with SGA. Had an awesome game the game prior to that to the Kings. Good on him. He had 43 in that one. The game before against the Suns that they lose in an absolutely crazy game. He had 41. The common denominator is they lost all fucking 3 of those games to teams they probably could have beaten. Maybe not the Thunder, but still. If anyone else had fucking shots in that game, who knows? But they shouldn't have lost to the Suns, shouldn't have lost to the Kings. And that is why the Minnesota Timberwolves are at 17. They just feel fucking weird and off. They're 10-8. This team shouldn't be 10-8. Ant-Man is playing his ass off. Captain Child Support always looks like he's got other shit on his mind. It's probably the fucking large amounts of child support he's paying. That's why you don't have so many fucking kids to so many different women. What are you doing? Anyway, Minnesota 17. Remain unconvinced. 16 Philly. Feels about right because they're just sort of a very up and down. Tyrese Maxey score 50, please, or we're going to lose kind of team. But I know Paul George sat out the other day. We don't know what's going on with Embiid because he's Joel Embiid. He doesn't play basketball anymore, I think. VJ sitting out the last game was a bit of a tough one too. Jared McCain sort of like coming back going, oh, remember me? And everyone's like, just get out of the road. We like VJ now, right? Tough spot. So Philly, just a little bit weird. I think give them a week just to get their feet back under them. Reincorporate Paul George a little bit more and see how they go. But VJ missing any time is a fucking not good. 15 Golden State. Could even be a bit lower because, geez, 10-10 and just a bit shithouse. I don't know. Is it because they're all so fucking old and I told ya? Yeah, I told ya. It's a bit weird. Steph out for a week and a half. That's just shithouse. But anyway. 14, Chicago. Coming back to 500. Oh, yeah. You know, they can't resist the allure of 500. They're 9-8. It's classic Chicago Bulls. Gid's still doing good shit. I just reckon Kobe White, I love him. Kobe with the good hair, unreal. But fucking hell, I reckon they were in such a good groove, such a cool spot, and he just sort of mucks it up. Just let Gids run the shit. Don't fucking think about it. 13, Orlando, pointing upwards, looking pretty good. Here, there, and everywhere at the moment. 7-3 in their last 10. Get Paolo back. Feel better about yourselves. Pretty simple stuff. Thing is, they're playing so well without Paolo. They just need to know when he comes back, it's going to fuck shit up again for like another week or two. They just need to make sure that when they've got all their dudes, it actually works. I do love Orlando, though. Desmond Bain is unreal. Anthony Black having a breakout. Love to see that. 12, that's Phoenix. Absolutely crazy how good they've been. They're the 6th seed at the moment. They're 12-7. They've won 8 of their last 10. Looking pretty bloody good. Go Phoenix. I mean, lots of defense. Cole Gillespie is a fucking monster. Here we are. 11, San Antonio, because they're just, even without Wemby, they're still waxing teams. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They haven't had Wemby for like 2 weeks. It's fucking wild. They're 12-5 with. Oh, they're so scary. They got Dylan Harper back. They'll get Stephon Castle back in a little bit. They'll get Wemby back and look out. 10, Cleveland. Oh, geez. Cleveland. They've just not been that good, have they? It's a bit weird, bit shithouse. I don't know. It's just something feels a bit janky about that team. I don't know. It's probably all the injuries and how they just never have all their fucking dudes. But 9, Boston. Look, the defense has been the secret sauce there. Nemes Gator has been really good. Jordan Walsh has been really fucking good. Pritchard, Derek White. As long as they're hitting their threes, they're awesome. Jaylen Brown finally had a really good game the other day. 8, we've got the Knicks. OG dropping out for them is a real kick in the dick. They are still super duper solid. Losing Sham Wow as well is pretty crazy, but they're 11-6, feeling pretty fine. Good point differential. As long as they got Brunson and Cat, Mikal Bridges, who just never misses games, touch wood, they'll be right. Good job by the Knickerbockers. 7, Miami have jumped them. Miami is so good. Norm is unreal. They got Tyler Hero back, and they did not miss a beat. They've won 6 straight. They're 13-6. Khalil Ware looks like a beast. Fuck, I hate it. I just hate how good they are. Just piss off. Just be shit for a little bit. Toronto, 6. Because the 5 teams ahead of them are just really fucking good. And Toronto are awesome. They've won 9 on the trot. Absolutely unreal. 14-5. As I mentioned, though, some of those 9 are a bit shit, but at the same time, you've got to beat them. Love what they're doing. 5 is the Lakers. Because they are just running rough. The way they kicked the fuck out of the Clippers was embarrassing for the Clippers, right? They've won 5 straight, but incorporating LeBron back has been crazy good. Luka, Reeves. I hate that they're good. 4, Detroit. losing that game, you sort of saw it coming against Boston. The streak is snap, but they're just so awesome and rad and fun and tough and cool. I kind of love it. Bring back the bad boys. 3, Denver. I've got them slipping behind Houston because Houston managed to win against the Warriors without KD. Denver looking a little bit scrappy here and there. I mean, that Kings loss was just weird. You've got just every so often they'll have like that weird one. They lose these games and you're like, how did that happen? It was the Chicago game, the Sacramento game, and that's why I've got them at 3. 2, Houston, just unreal. Meth Curry going off his head. They look just fucking terrifying at times, right? Get KD back as well. Boom, off you go. Yes, Denver beat them last week, but I don't care. That's how these power rankings roll. At the moment, if KD was playing, you'd reckon they'd probably win this. I feel okay about it. Denver, without Aaron Gordon, yeah, 2-3. And then 1 is OKC. I already made the case for them earlier. Fucking hell, 18-1. They haven't had J-Dub. They get him back now. That's bullshit. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Bloody OKC. All right. NBA Straya Outback Takehouse. It's Friday at Outback. You know what that means? Oh, yeah. 4 for 1 oil drum cans full of icy cold Foster's Lager. That's right. Got the wide mouth as well so you can slam it down fast. Only at Outback. Today's Flame Girl take is, the fuck are they doing with this NBA Cup? You fucking idiots. Jesus, I tell you. Simple solution. It just needs to be longer. Oh, we need like lots of interest in the regular season. What, for fucking 6 weeks? You idiots. Every team in the group plays each other fucking twice. This once bullshit is like, either have a single elimination tournament or stop fucking around with this half-ass bullshit measures. Seriously. Single elimination would be fucking easy. On to the next round, lose a bracket over here. Right? So the teams are all still playing. Or do it a proper round robin. They either play twice or 3 times. Just have it as the divisions. Why are you doing this other bull fucking shit? Still, once a week, you have every team playing. Oh, but what about back-to-backs? I don't fucking... Look, just shush. We'll figure that out. Just don't have games on the day before them. Makes it even more special. Amazing, right? Run it all the way through to the week before All-Star. Have the final the week of All-Star in Vegas. Everyone's fucking flipping out. And then have an All-Star the weekend after. Give everyone a fucking actual 2 weeks off. Right? Even the teams in the NBA Cup, they're only going to play 1 or 2 games in Vegas. And then they got the All-Star game the weekend after. They're going to have a shit ton of time off in between. This isn't hard. You're just going to keep the regular season fucking hungry and interesting to fucking casuals for like a little bit extra. Or you're going to fuck it up. And like they're trying this weird sort of mishmash bullshit. It's, oh, when did the NBA Cup finish? Early December? Oh, okay. Why? Dunno. Right? It's just so fucking stupid. It infuriates me. Oh, geez, Jim. We can't tell. Right, well, there you go. With all that in mind, let's do some NBA Straya game previews for the NBA Cup Saturday. Oh, yeah. Game previews, game previews. Thanks, Inadvertent Bane. Not a problem, Jim. How's it all going? Yeah, not bad. Feeling a bit better. Still a bit nasally. You get that on the big jobs. Remember, you can find all of our picks over at Dabble. Use the code NBA Straya. The link to check it all out is in the show description or in our bios on the socials, etc. Get in there. Every single pick is up there. Saturday NBA Cup breakdown. This is what we all need, right? We all need to know what the fuck is going on in this NBA Cup because there's 8 spots available. 6 go to the winners of the groups, and there's like 2 fucking wildcard spots as well, right? So, what's gonna happen? Well, we've got a bunch of teams already eliminated. Let's go through all of these East groups and then West groups and try to figure out the fuck happens for tomorrow, right? The 2 wildcard spots, so you're gonna win your group to get through to the knockout. And then the 2 wildcard are the teams from each conference with the best record in group play who came second in their group. So basically, it's, I think for both the East and West, it's 7 teams into 4, which is pretty crazy. So East Group A, the Raptors are clinched. Good job, Toronto. Cavs still alive. The Wizards, the Hawks, and the Pacers are done. East Group B, the Magic are 3-0. The Pistons are 2-1 and still alive. The Celtics, the Nets, and the Sixers are all done. And in East Group C, Miami's 3-1, but the Knicks and the Bucks are both 2-1 and both still alive, with the Bulls and Hornets out. So the games that matter, the Cavs play Atlanta tomorrow. They win and look out, right? So that'll be it. Cleveland need a win, and they need a big point differential to actually get the wild card. Feeling good, feeling great, possibly, because obviously the Raptors already clinched that group. So get a win, you might have a chance. Orlando at Detroit. That's an awesome game tomorrow. The winner takes East Group B. Bang. Simple as that. That's so much fucking fun. The loser, going to get fucking a bit sketchy from there. We'll see what happens. And then Milwaukee at New York tomorrow as well. Knicks could clinch with a win. Bucks don't control their fate, but if the point differential's okay, who knows what the fuck could happen, right? So that's the East. You've got 3 games tomorrow that are absolutely crazy crucial to everything that matters, and that's awesome. Because that's what they want. There's also a bunch of other teams that have been knocked out, so it's all fucking like just topsy-turvy. That's the East. What about the West? Again, 7 teams into 4. OKC and Phoenix in West Group A play each other tomorrow. They're both 3-0. Winner takes the group, obviously. Wolves, King, and Jazz, they're all done. West Group B, the Lakers have clinched it. Memphis, LA, Clippers are 2-1. So they're still alive. They play each other tomorrow. Obviously, the losers, Dunski's winner, depends on point differential again. Mavs and the Pelicans are done. West Group C, you've got Denver and San Antonio, who are both 2-1. They play each other tomorrow. That's awesome. Winning in. Houston, Portland, Golden State, all done. So, it's pretty crazy, right? Like, Phoenix, OKC. The winner, they get Group A. San Antonio, Denver. Winner gets Group C. Clippers, Memphis is fucking who knows. Like, if they win that, point differential over the loser of OKC, Phoenix could miss out. Lakers can clinch home court as well if they win, because they're already 3-0. They're already through, so... There's lots of stuff going on, and the NBA Cup shouldn't be this fucking hard. But there you go. There's like 6 games tomorrow that are going to be fucking fascinating. The rest of the games, let's do some picks. Cleveland! -5.5 at Atlanta. We're going to go the Cavs because they need to win big to keep their shit together. Atlanta will probably put up a bit of a fight. They've got some shit to them. I think the Cavs, though, have like a bit more of a level that they can get to. Philly at Brooklyn, 7.5 point favorites. Half that crowd are going to be from Philly. They're going to fucking kill the Nets. Pour one out for the poor Brooklyn Nets fans, all 7 of them. Chicago go to Charlotte. Interesting one. Charlotte with some of their dudes back. I don't mind them at home in this one. +2.5. They got absolutely belted by the Knicks the other day. LaMelo's a dummy. The Bulls... between Giddey, Buzelis, Vooch and co. Can they hang? I reckon this is going to come down to the wire. I reckon I'll take Charlotte +2.5. If the Bulls win, I think it's a close one. Because neither team really plays great defense. And yeah, shootout time. So let's go Charlotte +2.5. I don't like taking them, but the Bulls, I don't know, it's just a little bit too up and down. And this would get them back to 500. So if they lost. But they could also win by less than, well, Charlotte losing by +2.5 gets us the win in this one, and Chicago can actually get the win. Orlando, Detroit. Big one for the NBA Cup, obviously. The Detroit basketballing Pistons at home. 3.5 point favorites. I think this is going to be a fucking tight sphincter game as well. I'm going to take the points, +3.5 for Orlando. I think Detroit could still win a really close one. I'll take +3.5 for Orlando, though, because I think, look, Detroit, that loss the other day was tough. Orlando's an interesting one because they're big. They've got a little bit of fucking shit to them now. I don't know. Detroit might win this one, but it'll be close. Indy hosting Washington. I think the Pacers need a big win. I think they'll get one. -6.5. I think they'll be way too good for this Wizards team at home. The only problem would be maybe Alexander Sarr goes off his head against this pretty small Indy team. But I'll still take the Pacers. Bit of pride there. Against the Wiz. Milwaukee in New York. This is the other big NBA Cup game in the East. The Knicks are 7.5 point favorites. I think they kill the Bucks. Unless Oh my God, is that Giannis Antetokounmpo's music? Bang, he wails on Jalen Brunson with a chair. If Giannis plays, I still think the Knicks beat him. I just think it'll take a little bit to get back up to... Like, he'll probably have like a fucking 42, 16, and 8. But I reckon the rest of the team just might be a bit shit. So I'm going to go the Knicks. Then we get to Phoenix OKC. I think OKC whacks them. J-Dub comes back. They're 15.5 point favorites in a fucking NBA Cup game that matters for the fucking group. I think OKC will probably still kick the shit out of them, right? 15.5. It's a big, big number. I think OKC's defense is just way too good for Phoenix, though. Then we've got San Antonio at Denver. The Spurs are tough. The Spurs are deep. I just don't know if they're going to be able to beat Denver. I think they can keep this one close, though. So I'm going to take San Antonio plus 8.5 in Denver. Tough game. Fun game. One that matters for the NBA Cup. Still think Denver win that. Sacramento go to Utah. Kings plus 1.5. They got a little bit of, belief about them now. I'll take the Kings plus 1.5. That's a fun game. Dallas, Lakers. Lakers need to win this one pretty handily. It's Luka against his old team. Oh, jeez. I'm taking the Lakers. Luka's going to have 50. Lakers minus 10.5. And then we have Clippers hosting Memphis. I'm going to take Memphis plus 6.5. I think. Ooh, actually. I don't know if they... Like, the Clippers are shit. What did I have them in my power rankings? Did I have them below Memphis? Because, yes, I did. So I will put Memphis plus 6.5. Clippers win a close one. There you go. Good stuff. That is your NBA Cup Saturday all set up for you. For Sunday's games, we'll have our picks over at Double. Go check them all out. They'll all be in there for your Sunday. We'll try maybe to do a Sunday night show this week as well. A little bit easier for the Monday, which is always a bit crammed. So that'll just set you up for your Mondays and go from there. Awesome. Is that it? Holy crap. What a week it's been. Thanks for sticking with us, bearing with us for the fucking weird, shitty voice, being sick. Short shows left, right, and center, but appreciate you. All right, so we'll be back on Sunday night at the moment, so that's the plan. So in the meantime, make sure you're following NBA Straya on Twitter, Facey, IG, YouTube, TikTok. We put up our short form power rankings just before. Go check all that out. Lots of fun. Go check out NFL Straya as well. Got our power rankings for that. The picks for the Thanksgiving Day games. Lots of stuff there. Me and Gaz chopping it up for NFL Straya. And Jim does Supercoach, top 1% both NBA and NFL Supercoach. So go check out that show. Rate, review, star, subscribe across all your podcast apps, etc. Big thanks go to From Oslo for the intro and outro song. So to House Hats, Joshua Rentas, Fascinator, Goldmines, Ramshackle Army, Iowa, Sextra, Green, and Dozers. They're mine, all the tunes you hear on the show. Smash them on your streaming platform of choice or buy their shit from them directly. That's much better. All right, we'll close the show with a classic Cooking with Bainesy, the new one. Hope you haven't listened to it before. If you have, it's still pretty good. All right, we'll catch you on Sunday night, you dickheads. Have a great NBA Cup Saturday. And this is NBA Straya saying, jeez, I need to lay down in a couple of tins. This is NBA Straya saying, look after yourselves, would you? And later, hosen. And now it's time for Cooking with Bainesy with your host, Aaron Baggers Baines. All right. Get it. Hey, settle down. It's been a while. We're back here with a brand new season of Cooking with Bainesy, where I, Aaron Bangers Bainesy Baines, cook you up a bloody... Oh, look at that. There's Cheryl. Oh, Miss Cheryl. G'day, Cheryl. Oh, yeah, just settle down now, love. All right. Now, look, we've taken a bit of time off from Cooking with Bainesy, but we are back with a vengeance. And how is that going to manifest? We are going to deliver to you today my easy recipe for the best bloody cupcake you will ever eat in your bloody life. It's simple as that. I'm just saying. So strap in, get your aprons on, get all your mixing stuff out, and let's bloody do it. What you're going to need is you're going to need some butter. You're going to need some chocolate, the cooking chocolate. You're going to need some cocoa powder. You're going to need a half cup of milk, a little bit of veggie oil. That's the little secret one. You need a couple of eggs, some vanilla extract, and a little bit of white vinegar. So we're going to chuck them all. We're going to basically preheat your oven. Then what we're going to do is you're going to put 12 of your little cupcake liners into a cupcake tin. Then you put the butter and the chocolate in a big bowl. You microwave that for a second. And then you do it again for another 30 seconds until it's all melted and smooth. And just make sure it's all nice and melty. You chuck in the cocoa powder. You chuck in the, mix it up, and then you chuck in the milk and your oil and your eggs and your vanilla and your vinegar. And then you whisk it. You whisk her up. Look at this. Oh, look. Oh, I better have a taste. Oh, it's bloody good. Chuck in your flour. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's bloody good. Oh, make sure there's no lumps in that. Then you put it all in the cupcake liners. Yep, there you go. Tippity, tippity top. That's a beauty. There you go. Oh, a bit of sport. Bit spilled out. Better eat that one up. Boom. I can, I just use a ladle for this one sometimes. Sometimes you can just use a spatula, all that sort of good gear. Just fill them up to about 3/4 because they're going to expand, aren't they? Yeah. Just like me after a few tins and a bit of brisket. But anyway, you bake them for about 18, 20 minutes. Don't forget to crack a tin. Oh, there you go. Bang, and you use a little skewer just to check if they're cooked and done. And then chuck them out. And Bob is your bloody uncle. You can do some frosting on the top as well if you want. All you need for that is some cocoa powder, some butter, some icing sugar, and a bit of milk. Whisk all that together. And then bang, chuck that on top and let her cool down, and she will be bloody good. And there you go. Those are some of the single best bloody chocolate cupcakes you will have in your bloody life. That's right. The NBA, the NBL, I can tell you, it's no cupcake league unless you make the bloody cupcakes yourself, you legends. There you go. So that's all I got time for today. Until next time, this has been Cooking with Bainesy.